Well, hello lovely people, and welcome back to today's video. Welcome back to Cassie Love TV. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about comb coils. I'm gonna share some different things that you guys can do if you are starting your locks with comb coils. I'm gonna talk about the benefits, okay? I'm gonna talk about the cons and the pros of comb coils as well. That way you have an understanding if that's the route you decide to take, okay? So the focus is comb coils today. I'm also going to share some videos of someone doing comb coils. This is a video off of Instagram. This is not me doing the video, but I want to show you guys how they do it and the method that they use to start comb coils. That way you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into the video. All right, so here's what to expect if you start your locks with comb coils. Now, with comb coils, all they do is use a comb. Of course, you part your hair out the way you want to part your hair, whether that's diamond shape or box shape. And also, you know, how big you want your locks to be. So your loctician will advise you of that before starting your locks, okay? As well as if you're starting your locks by yourself, then you want to already know the size you want your locks to be and if you need any special parting. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Now with comb coils, all you're simply doing is pretty much using a comb and twirl around the hair. I'm going to share a video so you guys can see. That's all they're doing, is pretty much using the comb, put it in the hair and twirl it around the hair. So I want you to keep this in mind that your hair is going to shrink after a couple of days. I feel like comb coils, your hair shrink much faster, much quicker than any other lock methods. That's just what I've seen so far. But your hair is going to shrink a whole lot, okay? Keep that in mind. Locks can take up to 6 to 12 months to mature. So once you start with comb coils, the time period for your locks to start to develop may take up to 6 to 12 months. Also keep that in mind, okay? It also depends on your hair type as well. I do notice that people with more 4C, more coarser hair type, their hair actually lock faster than someone who have a much softer hair type. So I would say no more than 6 to 12 weeks. And I've done my research and I've seen this. So it's about that time frame. Now, keep in mind that your hair is not going to start any type of growth until your hair is fully locked. I've always try to tell people this. Listen, it doesn't matter what length you start your locks in. You will not see your hair growing until your hair is formed and locked. The reason why is because it has to go through that process before your hair starts to grow, okay? So don't rush the process. Okay, so one thing you have to keep in mind that it doesn't matter what type of method you use to start your locks. Locks are prone to product buildup. Please be mindful of that. So even if you start your locks with comb coils, you still have to wash your hair at a certain period of time. What's going to happen is if you start to put a lot of products in your locks, in your hair, okay, that product is going to sit on your hair, okay? If you wait too long to wash it, that is not a good start that you want for your locks. Here is one thing to do, okay, to avoid product buildup. Avoid heavy products, okay? Avoid putting a lot of heavy products on your locks because you have to wash your locks. That's a must. So what you want to do is leave your hair alone. Leave your hair alone, guys. Leave it alone. It's going to grow and it's going to lock. Just leave it. And truth be told, believe it or not, okay, if you leave it alone and you wash your hair often, your locks actually will lock faster. People don't believe this, but I'm telling you, put it to the test. If you wash your locks often when you just start your lock journey, you will realize that your hair is going to lock much faster. Water-based water itself helps to mend your hair together and you're not combing it. So hence the reason why your hair is going to lock faster if you wash it often. Okay, so don't think that, oh, my hair is going to pull out, it's going to unravel, I'm not going to wash it. wash your locks. That is very important. The important tip, you guys know what I'm gonna say next, is to moisturize your locks from start. Start to take care of your locks from the start, before even locks. Start to moisturize your hair, because one of the biggest reasons why people are cutting their locks off right now is breakage from the root. Now, here are some things that cause breakage from the root. That is literally people putting their hair in too much tight ponytail hairstyles, or putting too much pressure on their scalp, right? And that causes breakage from the root. And this is my last tip, guys. Okay, so with comb coils, okay, when you wash your locks, it is going to unravel. There is absolutely nothing that you can do. Here is my advice. If you start with comb coils, just ensure that you're ready to either twist it back yourself, or if you go to a loctician, you're good. The loctician will know how to assist you and how to, you know, kind of redo your hair to ensure that it doesn't unravel. But if you're going to wash your locks yourself, it can get difficult, okay? The process can get difficult. Numerous times, I've seen people on TikTok and Instagram go crazy the first couple months because they realize that their hair is unraveling when they're washing it. So there are different things that you can do, guys, to ensure that your hair does not unravel when you wash it, okay? You have to trust the process. You have to trust the process and know that it's going to work and it's going to happen. One of the biggest things I see people do is they just keep putting their hands in their hair every day. Leave your locks alone, okay? There are some really great stories out there with people who start their locks with comb coils and it worked just fine for them. Now, this is one of the methods, okay? This is just one of them. I'm just sharing with you what to expect if you start with comb coils, all right? So that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to come in here and talk about comb coils. The next video, I'm going to talk about more of traditional locks and what to expect with traditional locks. So I'm going to make this a series. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm very excited. I wanted to focus on just one video at a time, in the sense of focus on each lock method, and in hopes that that will help somebody, because I hear people say it's confusing. It's just a lot of information. So I'm just trying to share different things in different ways so you guys can understand. Okay, bye. See you later.